Come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. James White's first carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley. This is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Three-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football first.
Yeah, he already know what's up.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Man, can I get some time?
Let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish.
Can I get some time?
Throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Who's that?
It's off at the 19.
Jared Cook. I don't even know I had him.
His guys will get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Man, come on.
However,
you in perfect position. Why are you fouling him?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McSorley from the shotgun.
I tried to bait that
bitch. Hold on through the
Griffin ain't fast
enough. 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break,
I got all weird
you bring a
niggas.
crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hold on.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down.
Man.
He gets into enemy territory.
I'm trying to hit this boy and
First
shit.
down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cause I would have picked that bitch. I ain't get through my fucking adjustment.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. It's a foot race past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bears nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field.
Bobby Wagner making plays.
Not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 2nd down throw for the
Oh my God.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that...
Fuck it. What did he say?
They love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
What did he say? You talking to me?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
His kick.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First down, here's White. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
To throw on 2nd and 6. McSorley throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
Fumble!
Right.
What the fuck?
So a
Huh?
lot of opportunities ahead. 8 yards that
Straight in the
time,
what?
able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll run on first down. It's White. And he'll go down.
Now what he said,
before getting this inside
it don't
the
really
30.
matter.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I gave it that long.
Nothing to score. This is the
I
NFL
picked the wrong
on EA Sports.
Seahawks 14. Bears nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, McSorley.
Thank you.
He rifles one that's
Get up, get up.
intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh my
this
God.
is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle
He keep getting hit. Good pressure, boy. He keep getting hit. Damn.
26-yard line.
Come on, O-line. Give me like, I literally need like 1 more second, bro.
2 first
Like
half
1 more.
interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
Yeah.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out.
Thank you. That's all I need is a few more seconds,
And
man.
all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rico Gafford, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. 1 play and into the end zone. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing is McSorley. Airing it out for Olsen. It got his man complete. The 20, 10. And he takes this one
There it goes.
for a Bears touchdown.
Good play.
Greg Olsen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
I was hoping the pressure got there before that, but like your pressure been getting there. Well, dang, I can't even get it done either. That's cool, though. That's cool.
But out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
McCarthy with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I don't know. This fucked up. I was thinking about what Bill said.
1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rico Gafford. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Yessirrrr connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brian Allen. There he goes right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Yessirrrr good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Why is he not fumbling? What the fuck?
But it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2
wow.
short. Pick up a dozen
You niggas out here dying.
But not enough. 4th down.
That's sick.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's McSorley to throw.
Oh, they both missed.
20, 10.
They both missed. Wow. Good play. What the fuck?
With his first career
That's crazy.
and the Bears cut into
I thought my nigga Claybus came up with that bitch.
a gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Man, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run.
Hey, that was my nigga Brian Allen. He would have got that. He's 6'3". That nigga Claybus hella little. But that's my nigga though.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Oh, I thought he fumbled.
Return here as he'll get this
Oh,
to the 29.
he should have fumbled that bitch. Oh, dude, he should.
29-yard line.
They're gonna be quarantined anyway.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working.
Oh, come on!
Make works. It
Ah, come on.
right now.
Yeah,
That's what we need there, right there. That is sick.
In this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man.
Good shit, Dorsett.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
4 yards.
They'll get
Good throw, Dorsett.
there.
How many catch?
They'll look to throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Metcalf.
Oh, my God.
The 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
You know the big ass.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's a 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the Bears' 6-yard line.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I'd have to say that for him,
go
that was
third. Go third.
Because it was his arm that got his team down to that point. But his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McSorley sets to pass. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my
good shit, Clay Brooks.
Another interception.
That's why you over there.
16, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
I'm going to call you once I get done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 84 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Seahawks 49, Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Yessirrrr. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the block for it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now this throw caught left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
No, he got his ass. He got his ass. Smack.
Make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it,
DK.
not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
On first down, White. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, it's McSorley. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask.
Wow.
Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Going on the ground, it's White. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now McSorley. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Trace McSorley.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Back at the 28-yard line.
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
After the sack on first down, McSorley.
Playbook. I see you, boy.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Greg Zuerlein.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have now looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They go right back to White here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 25 on 2nd down. McSorley over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over.
46-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive with White. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Their 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. McSorley eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 31, McSorley. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Vic Beasley in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. This is White. Now White lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
The ball carrier.
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA.